risk-taking can refer to behaviors that potentially lead to some form of loss, as well as the processes involved in making those behavioral choices. Risk-taking is perceived more generally, often as a way by which individuals meet their biological needs for stimulation and sensation, e.g., mountain climbing, skydiving, race car driving, heavy drinking, and gambling. Not all risk-taking is bad. Risk-taking has also been considered normative and adaptive for the development of identity and social competence. Individuals who emerge from adolescence with strong positive self-concepts are often those who have experimented with various lifestyles and lifestyle behaviors. For individuals living in adverse social environments, risk-taking is thought to reflect a coping mechanism for the loss of personal control. Risk-taking, therefore, should be viewed more broadly than just highway safety. This is because risky driving and other unsafe practices on the roadway system do not occur in a vacuum. They appear in the context of social, cultural, developmental, and other influences.
Biomedical concepts of risk. Many researchers emphasize puberty as a triggering force for adolescent risk behaviors. The timing of puberty influences the individual's perceptions of the social environment, self-perceptions, cognitive development, and personal values.
Adolescents learn behavior through a process of modeling and reinforcement. Repeated exposure to high-status individuals in the environment or the media who engage in risky behavior may encourage adolescents to adopt such behavior. Youths are often concerned about social interactions with their peers, and the car is a popular setting for such interactions. Rather than avoiding conversation with passengers and focusing on the task of driving, young drivers willingly engage in animated interactions because of the social expectation that in-car social gatherings demand dialogue.
The view that engaging in risky behaviors is standard practice among peers also helps create norms that support such behavior. On the other end of the behavior modeling spectrum, teens with positive role models are far better. Adolescents who have goals for the future that are inconsistent with engaging in risky behavior are less likely to engage in such behavior.
How a person drives may be closely related to more general lifestyle characteristics. For example, risky driving can be connected to individual problem behaviors such as marijuana use, problem drinking, and impaired driving. One study found that drunk driving is associated with high scores on the boredom susceptibility subscale.
Personality factors. Several hypotheses investigate the relationship between personality factors and risky driving among young people. Risk-taking is an unconscious manifestation of suicidal intent. Teens who tend to be impulsive and prone to deviant social behavior tend to be heavy users of intoxicating substances, which puts them at increased risk of risk-taking and crashes. Risk-taking is a personality factor such as sensation-seeking. Teens often engage in risk-taking behavior to achieve status among their peers. Risk-taking as a failure to protect one's health or safety may be related to developmental arrest. Speed. A common theme is younger drivers accept higher speeds. Drivers aged 20 years and under had the highest observed driving speeds. In addition, high speed provides outlets for several different driver motives: thrill-seeking, status, an outlet for anger or aggression.
Attitude. Younger drivers reported more social pressure to commit speeding violations and perceived more approval from their peers for speeding, close following, and risky overtaking.
Safety belt use. There is evidence that drivers who do not wear safety belts are more likely to be involved in crashes and commit violations than those who do wear them. Several factors have been proposed that may influence the use of safety belts. Comfort and free choice. They do not want to be told they must wear belts. Lower perceived risk of crashing because teens often overestimate their driving skills. Social norms. Whether or not their friends wear belts or not. Type of car? Young drivers with sports models tend to be more inclined to show off their vehicles than drivers of older, less desirable models. Passengers. 3 studies found that internal distraction and driving with peers were related to the highest crash involvement among youth. Distraction. In particular, teens who text while driving are more likely to have other risky driving behaviors than those who don't text while driving.
Risk-taking isn't always a bad thing. It's part of how we grow and discover who we are. But behind the wheel, the stakes are higher. Every choice you make on the road can affect your life and the lives of others. Slow down, stay focused, limit distractions, and most importantly, know that being a safe driver doesn't make you uncool. It makes you a leader.